What is up, guys? It's your boy Lobolish here, and yeah, so today I'm back with another brand new video. And as you guys actually didn't know, I've actually not been uploading for probably around 2 months. As yep, now I've actually just ended my examinations, and I've also done a few live watch alongs in the last few weeks. You guys can go check it out on my channel. And yeah, so today is gonna be a very special video, as today I'm actually gonna be using the performances of the best player of each position, and I'll predict their FC26 ratings. And yeah, so before we start the video, please make sure to also tell me in the comments down below what other FC26 video concepts do you want me to do. And now let's start right with today's video. And so I think the highest rated goalkeeper in FC26, I think, will most likely be Gianluigi Donnarumma, who I think has arguably been one of the best goalkeepers in the world this season. As yeah, I think he has been a very very important part in PSG's squad, in probably now with them winning two trophies with the Coupe de France, if I'm not wrong, and the French League title, and they could cap it all off with a historic Champions League final win, which will be the first in PSG's history. And yeah, I think Donnarumma has been a very very key part in PSG's run in the Champions League, with him making multiple saves in their games against Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Arsenal. As yeah, and hopefully he will be able to have a good final against Inter Milan, and who knows, maybe he might get a Champions League medal for the first time in his career. And now we're going to be talking about the highest rated left back in my opinion, and I think it will actually go to his club teammate Nuno Mendes, who I think has also been a very important part of PSG's team this season, as he actually came from Sporting, if I'm not wrong, around 3 years ago, and ever since he has been a mainstay in their squad, with him getting a goal and 3 assists in this season's just concluded French league, where he actually got an average of 7.3 format rating, which is actually quite decent. But I think in the Champions League he has been really one of the best left backs, as he has been consistently playing well in the PSG shirt. And yeah, so hopefully he'll be able to continue his brilliant performances, and who knows, maybe he might actually be the best left back in the world by the time the Ballon d'Or ceremony comes. And now let's talk about the first highest rated centre back that I feel for FC26, and I think it will be none other than Virgil van Dijk, who I think is no doubt one of the best ever defenders in the history of football, with him being such a consistent defender ever since making the move from Southampton to Liverpool back in 2018. And yeah, I think he could also be probably the best ever January transfer window signing, as he was actually signed for 75 million. And he could also be probably the best ever transfer that Liverpool have made in their history. And yeah, so in the Premier League season, which they have just confirmed that they will be winning the league, he has actually managed to play a key role in their team, as he has played every single minute that they have played, with him getting 3 goals and an assist in 36 matches. And yeah, so I think really this season he has really had a very very good season compared to last season, where he looked shaky during certain times of the season. But yeah, I think this season he has really been a very consistent player and a leader in Liverpool's young backline, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, so we'll see how he'll be able to perform in the next few probably preseason games, and hopefully he'll be able to stay fit for as long as possible, as he is actually not 33 years of age. And now let's go on to the second highest rated centre back that I feel will be the second highest rated centre back in FC26, and I think it will be actually be coming from PSG's opponents in the UCL final, which is actually Inter Milan. And I think they are probably the second best centre back in the world right now, probably around the same level as Gabriel, but I just favor this man more, Alessandro Bastoni, who I feel is probably now the best Italian centre back in the world right now. As yeah, I think he has really been a very good signing for Inter ever since he moved from Parma to Inter Milan. As yeah, I think he has really been a very very crucial part of their squad over the last few years, from the likes of Conte to now Simone Inzaghi, where he is playing his best football under. And yeah, so even though this season he got a red card in the Serie A. I think this season his performances have really been good enough to probably outshine Gabriel, who I think was quite unfortunate to receive an ACL injury. But I think Bastoni has really certainly deserved his high rating, and hopefully he will be able to probably get a big move to any of the top European clubs in the future. And now let's go on to probably, in my opinion, the highest rated right back in SC26, and I think it will be Jules Koundé, who I think this season has been on a whole new level, as this season he has actually been a very instrumental part in Barcelona's team, who were actually destroying teams for fun until they were actually dealt a massive blow in the Champions League semi-finals to Inter Milan. But yeah, this season I think he has been really, really very outstanding for Barcelona. As last season, I feel that he was good, but he wasn't as good as now. As this season in La Liga, he has managed to get 2 goals and 3 assists in 32 matches, and now he is actually up to a 62 million market value. And now, if I'm not wrong, there are huge teams who are trying to sign him, with now the likes of Arsenal and probably even, if I'm not wrong, Manchester City, if I'm not wrong, who are actually also targeting the right back. But I think really he's probably the one of the best in his position, probably around the same level as Trent this season. And yeah, so hopefully I will be able to get this prediction right in SC26 ratings. And now let's go on to the midfield, which I think many of you might actually be wondering who are my top 3 midfielders in this squad. And just to tell you guys, in this squad, I'm actually not including either Kevin De Bruyne or Jude Bellingham, who I think this season really haven't been as good as last season, where they were actually lighting up with the crowd with impressive performances. But for this midfield three, I've actually gone with 3 very good technical midfielders in Declan Rice, Federico Valverde, and Alexis McAllister. So firstly, let's start with Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice really has certainly improved from last season. As last season, even though Arsenal were just 2 points off Manchester City at the end of the season, I think he was still a very important part of Arsenal's team in trying to win their first ever Premier League title. And this season, I think he has been even better, with him actually contributing more to Arsenal's goals, and his output is actually even better this season. And who could actually not forget the 2 impressive free kicks that he scored against Real Madrid, which I think is probably one of the best free kicks that he will ever score in his career. And yeah, so hopefully he will be rewarded with a good rating in SC26. And now let's go on to my second midfielder, which I think will be actually Federico Valverde, who really this season has been actually on a whole new level. As last season he was actually quite very shaky at times, as last season he wasn't really like involved in the play too much, as he was mostly just playing second fiddle behind their front three of, if I'm not wrong, Joselu, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. But ever since Mbappe came in, I think Federico Valverde has been more versatile player, as most of the time he's actually playing as a center mid, or sometimes he can actually drop into the defensive midfield position or the right back position, which I think is actually now sorted due to Trent Alexander-Arnold moving to Real Madrid from Liverpool on a free transfer. But yeah, Federico Valverde this season has had a decent season, with him getting 6 goals and 4 assists, and hopefully he will be able to do better in the next season, where Real Madrid are obviously trying to defeat defeat Barcelona, whose team is actually filled with so many good players such as Rafinha, Yamal, and probably even Lewandowski, who actually could leave at the end of the season. But yeah, hopefully Real Madrid can put a fight against this Barcelona team. And now we're going on to probably the last midfielder, and I think it's probably the most underrated midfielder right now, which I think is the Liverpool Argentinian midfielder in Alexis McAllister, who I think really has leveled up his game after last season, where really I think he was one of the signings of the season. But yeah, as Liverpool actually bottled a league title towards the end of the season, I think that really he didn't have a perfect season due to Liverpool bottling the league. But this season, I think he has been exceptional in the midfield position alongside Gravenberch, and most of the time Szoboszlai, occasionally probably Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott. But I think this season he has been on a whole new level, as he has managed to get 10 goal contributions in 35 matches, and he has proved to be a key player under Arne Slot's club, as he has actually managed to add a Premier League title to his already illustrious career, with him winning a World Cup, which I think is very insane. And yeah, so hopefully he will be rewarded with a good FCE 26 rating. And now let's go on to the left winger with my team. And you guys are probably wondering, Lucas, are you actually going to be putting Mbappe at left wing? The thing is, I'm actually going to be putting players at their natural position, and hence, I think this might come as a shock. You guys might actually be asking, where is Rafinha, where's Yamal? But I think this season, Vinicius Junior will still be the highest rated left winger in FC 26. And you guys might be coming in the comments against me like, why didn't you put Rafinha? He has had a very very good season as a Ballon d'Or contender. And why didn't you put Yamal? Yamal is literally like going to be one of the right, youngest ever players to ever win the Ballon d'Or. But this is the point, guys. Vinicius Junior, even though he hasn't been playing well this season, I think his high rating from last year makes it very hard for him to drop that many ratings. As in FC25, he actually had a 90 overall, while Rafinha, if I'm not wrong, had an 84 85 rating, while Yamal had an 81. And yeah, so Vinicius Junior still retains the title for the highest rated left winger. But I think in the coming few FC games, I think that Rafinha and Yamal will be catching up to him. But yeah, I think Vinicius Junior should be lucky to hold on to his throne. And now let's go on with the highest rated striker. And I think this one is could possibly be the hardest choice I've had to make while making this squad. So in this team, I think you could bring out a lot of names such as Alexander Isak, probably even Kylian Mbappe, and there are also many more strikers that I can list. Even Victor Gyökeres, possibly I could name, but I think in terms of probably him winning his first ever trophy in his career, I think we have to give it to Harry Kane. This season he has actually been on a whole new level for Bayern Munich, as last season he actually failed to win his first ever trophy with Bayern Munich as they got absolutely destroyed by Bayer Leverkusen. But this season for Bayern Munich, he has been on a whole new level as he managed to get 34 goal contributions in 31 games, with him getting 26 goals in the Bundesliga. And yeah, hopefully he will be able to carry on this impressive form into next season, or even in the Club World Cup, where they will be obviously playing against some of the best teams in the world. So hopefully we get to see him play with more confidence ever since winning his first ever trophy. And now let's go on to probably if in my opinion, the highest rated player in FC26, and I think it will be Liverpool's Mohamed Salah. I think there is hardly any doubt that Salah will be actually the highest rated player in FC26, as I think this season he has been probably one of the best ever individual seasons, probably in the Premier League behind Haaland. But yeah, I think this season you can take nothing away from him, as he has actually got 46 goal contributions for Liverpool this season. That is like probably one goal per game. It's actually insane in my opinion. But yeah, I think this season he has really been a whole new player under Arne Slot, as many people are actually wondering if he will still sign a new contract after having links of him leaving Liverpool. But yeah, he has managed to sign a 2-year deal, and yeah, hopefully he will be able to break the highest Premier League goal scorer in Alan Shearer. And yeah, so hopefully we will see him beat Alan Shearer to the record. And some players that I actually almost considered was actually, if I'm not wrong, Bukayo Saka, Rodrigo, and also Ousmane Dembele, who I think was the closest to Mohamed Salah. But yeah, Salah this season I think has just been on a whole new level. And yeah, so guys, so make sure to also tell me in the comments down below, who do you think will be the highest rated player in FC26? And also tell me in the comments down below, what other video ideas do you want me to do with FC26 coming out in probably 2 or 3 months. And I'll be also reacting to the FC26 trailer, which I think will be coming in probably 3 weeks or in a month's time. And yeah, so Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on the notification bell for any videos whenever they are uploaded by me. And yeah, so this week's shout out goes out to Nazif and Gamsahamnida guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios amigos. Peace.